Wife cheated on me with a guy we played video games with. I 29 just found out a week ago that my wife 27 cheated on me with this guy we play video games with. Here is a little background to start. My wife and I have been playing a role-playing game for about 6 months now. A few months into it we started to get curious about using relationships in the game to our advantage, and we agreed to keep the relationship strictly in character. For me, the in-game relationships with other people playing never went past a little flirting. When I talked to them out of the game it was always along the lines of, "What's up dude," like they were an old friend. Apparently my wife's in-game relationships didn't stay that way. Over the past 3 months our marriage got really rocky. I stopped helping around the house and went into my own little shell because she was just ignoring me. If she wasn't in the game, she would be in a Discord call with people playing the game or watching their Twitch streams. This would go on in front of our kids when we were spending time with them and at dinner. She would stay up until 2 to 3 a.m. and she had to work at 6 a.m. playing with this guy. Then she would sleep all afternoon, leaving me to take care of our 1-year-old because she was too tired. I never thought too much of the late nights because I would do it on occasion, as well as it's an addictive game and time sometimes gets away from you. After 3 months of this, on top of ignoring me and always turning me down when I wanted sex, I was at my breaking point. I approached her about my concerns with ignoring me and being too into the game and needing to spend some time together. She shot back at me that I didn't do enough around the house and that's why she shut me out. We agreed to work on things and get our marriage back to where it used to be. I then went out of town for work for a few days. When I got back home from my work trip things seemed better at first. We eventually had sex and that is when I started feeling like something was off. A few days later I looked at her Discord DMs and I find messages from this guy saying, "Good morning gorgeous," and I still haven't closed my Snapchat. I keep looking at this picture, and him probing at any sign she is upset with me. I confront her about it and she swears up and down that they are just friends and the gorgeous comment was meant for her game character. I then ask to see her Snapchat and she asks why there is nothing there before I finally convince her to show me. Come to find out they have been sending each other nudes, cute stuff I have sent her before, and messages like, "I love you babe." I was furious. I tried storming out of the room but she begged me to stop and not wake the kids. After some time I finally listened to what she had to say. She said she wanted to leave me for some time and the cheating was only recent. I don't believe her since the time stamps on her messages at our suspect date back 3 months. She said after our last talk she stopped everything with him because we had agreed to work things out. She later told me she never stopped talking to him until I caught her. I made her block him on everything if we were going to work things out. After she cut off all communication with him, or so I thought, things got a lot better in a few days. We both have been extremely happy. We have been taking care of the house together, spending more time with the kids, and have been really lovey toward each other, and the sex has been crazy. It has been a lot like when we first started dating. Then I had a friend contact me on Discord to show me proof that she has still been talking to him. I confront her about it and she lied to me again, saying she didn't know what I was talking about. I then had to show her proof before she admitted to it. They thought they were being sneaky by him changing his Discord name before joining the channel with her. What he didn't do was unlink his Twitch account from his Discord, and that's how I found out. She told me the talk was just letting him know they were done and she was fixing things with me. She told me he had an invite from a long time ago to the Discord and must have used it to talk to her. She also said he changed his name beforehand because a lot of people in the gaming community we were in found out about what happened, so he was trying to stay under the radar. I looked at the audit logs on the Discord and that is a bunch of lies. She created an invite, then created a locked channel, then dragged him into the channel, then he changed his name. I'm not sure what to believe anymore. Things have continued to be great between us, but I can't trust anything she says. A big part of me believes he was getting into her head to cause the rift between us and she just hasn't told me the truth about how long they were doing this. Others that I've talked to have told me my wife is the sixth woman he has done this sort of thing to that they know of. It seems like he gets into their heads to try and break up relationships so he can have them for his own. I've also been told and show evidence that he does this until another girl comes along that ghosts the last one. I've told my wife this, and she doesn't believe me and keep trying to defend him when I talk about how much I hate the guy. My wife was the one who told me about previous girls with this guy, and now she seems to have forgot about it. I want to forgive my wife and work on this, but I don't know how to continue. I can't trust anything she says, and this is always in the back of my mind. Things have been so much better lately, and I keep putting in the effort to fix things, and so does she, in hopes that I can forgive her and trust her again one day. I'm going to set up marriage counseling for us to go to in hopes that it helps, and she agreed it was a good idea. TL/DR, wife cheated on me with a guy we play a role-playing video game with and keeps lying about it until I show proof. We have been working on things, but it still hurts. Update, thanks everyone for the advice. For everyone that asked, they never did meet in person. He lives on the other side of the country, and we have family tracking on our phones and cameras with our home security system. So far things are still very difficult. There has been consequences for her as well. She no longer has any privacy. I'm logged into all her social media accounts and made her remove them from her phone so I get the first notification on everything. She is allowed to use them only under my supervision. I also made her delete her Snapchat account. I also got confirmation that the second conversation with the guy after I found out was her telling him to leave and she would never talk to him again. I still told her I'm still counting that as one of her 2 strikes out of 3. I'm having papers drawn up and told her the 3rd strike and they will be filed. After a really long talk with her, she started to see how he took advantage of her and was hating herself for it. She has literally been begging to give her the chance to fix things. She genuinely seems angry at herself for doing it, and if it's an act, she deserves an Oscar. We will be setting up individual counseling sessions. The game has been deleted by both of us, and we have cut contact with everyone who we played with. Still have a long way to go, but it seems like she has come out of the fog and is realizing she messed up with what she did. Subscribe to my channel.